All right, so we've descended here on this town in this nice-looking highlands landscape. We can now like rotate across the map, zoom in really
so
close.
Hilly.
Yeah, and of course I can zoom in all the way. So here we are to at the start. So we have our starting city. It's an orc town, a cannibal orc town. We've named them cannibal orcs. Here we have, for example, some cool-looking war shaman who's got
corpse eating.
Yes.
We picked that.
Yep, we picked that. And yeah, let's go look around. What do we have around us? We have some nodes which are protected by some independent guards. We have some nodes that are just ready for the taking. Our city will grow from this point on. But let's go out, venture forth, and clear out this small group of lesser stone spirits. Whenever you go into battle, you get a quick preview. You can choose to fight manually or automatic, as this is going to be quite an inconsequential fight. I'll just go and pick their loot.
Let's auto combat until
I think
we find something.
These people might have, these creatures might have joined me from the astral sea to this location.
We did it.
We cleared them. So we got some loot. So this is some extra loot that we got from destroying those enemies. As we are raiders, we are ruthless raiders, and we got some a pickup.
We got gold, and indeed from the Ruthless Raiders, we got the food and the draft.
Exactly. Yeah. So from this point on, we can decide to use our scout and.
I see something glimmering over there.
In the distance, yeah. Let's move these guys over here. These are some mana crystals. Let's get a feel for the lay of the land. Let's move one of our Sunderers south.
Well, is there anything else we need to do on turn 1?
Yeah, well,
yes,
we need
to a couple of things.
Well, a couple of things that we need to do. Look, we have encountered a independent city who are ruled by Chieftain Durlock Skullsplitter. So these 3 cities you can enter into negotiations. Let's see what we have here. So this is their town. This is our town, so quite close. Mm-hmm. And they are actually of the same race, because they are sort of this spin-off.
So in theory, they should
be friendly.
Be friendly.
Yeah. So they have we have some overlapping affinities, of course, and they are moderately happy with them. We can give them one of our whispering stones, which are like ways to communicate in this game and manipulate our subjects. So this sets off the negotiations with them, and over time we will grow and form cooperation and vassalage as time goes on. But the happier they are,
the faster it goes.
The faster it goes. Yeah. There's also something interesting here. This is the Forest of Woe, which is what we call an ancient wonder. These sites, they contain loot, adventures, but we'll move into that direction to see what it holds, what it has in store for us. So we've moved our troops. One of the first things that we'll do is set arcane research.
Yes. So we have 3 skills that we can pick from, and these are defined by the tomes that we have access to. These are from the Cryomancy, the Lesser Snow Spirit, the Blizzard, but also from our culture we have the Warrior Mark. And of course, what we pick will get researched over the next few turns.
Yep.
Yeah, so we can see the turn counter below is how many turns it's going to take.
Yes. Yeah, and if you don't like this outcome, we can shuffle and we can. They will draw a new hand. But let's go for the
Snow Spirit.
The Snow Spirit. All right. And we have some productions to set. So we have 2 queues in the game. One for our buildings and one for our units. Mm-hmm. So maybe we should just because we're going to be quite offensive. So maybe we should first invest in some units, because actually more units means more income
better
as well.
Results.
So let's spend that, and let's hold off building a structure for now. And that ends turn
no,
1.
I think we still have a spell that we can cast.
All right. Yeah. Let's start casting right away. Frostblade. This is a unit enchantment, which basically enchants every unit of a particular type.
Yes.
It will take 2 turns, so we're going to start casting that right now, and it will trigger in 2 turns when we'll see the effect of it. All right, so I think that's it.
That does indeed wrap up what we wanted to do.
All right, so there we go. Turn 2. So we have our independents moving, enemies moving, and the second day dawns. So we go in and continue our exploration efforts. So this is our scout units. Scouts, they can see further. It can also be buffs with their own class of spells. And what do we have here? This is... Ooh, fire giants. Inferno hounds. I mean, this actually looks like a really good spot. We have a magic material, which are like special resources that contain good bonuses. Mm-hmm. This one actually improves our Whispering Stone allegiance. So if we assign a Whispering Stone to a independent city, we will gain more allegiance with them. So this is actually a really good spot to claim. But yeah, we will need to kick these guys off their node.
Luckily, they do not seem intimidating at all.
No, so we should prepare.
It should be fine. Take them with a scout.
All right, so we're gonna go out and move this Sunderer a little bit south. Oh, here we have a warning domain, which is a brigand camp, and they are still sleeping. It's hidden here. It's just across the just in the fog. And our spawners in Age of 4, they project domain, which can also overlap with your own domain. And if that happens, it will cause all sorts of problems. So we need to stop them before they grow too big. They will send out raiding parties. Yeah, that's for a second goal, in addition to acquiring that location there. And then we have our main group of Arctica, our Wizard King, who of course is heroic, meaning that she can join in fights herself.
Yeah. So she will actually show up as a unit on the battlefield.
Yes. Yeah. So here we have to force the well. Oh, it's still one turn away, so we're able to reach that next one. Maybe we should build a storehouse.
That I tend to go for a workshop because more production means that things get built faster.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go for the workshop. We'll take 7 turns to build.
Yeah, and these 2 queues are independent of each other, so having stuff in both queues doesn't actually negatively impact the other queue.
No. Only they will eat into gold.
Yeah.
So you need to make choices. Yeah.
It's also why we have 2 different production kinds of incomes. We have production and you have draft, which is used for your units.
All right. So let's not wake these guys up and move out of their territory. Yep. Okay. So we actually finished casting Frostblades. So here we are in the interior of our palace, and we can start our casting process. So we're going to affect these units, and boom, there we go, Frostblades, which attach ice damage to our weapons, and they start glowing.
They now have snowballs.
Snowballs, you can throw snowballs. Yeah. All right, so these can stay here for a turn. We have our leader who's about to investigate this ruin here, the Fortress of Woe. Let's explore. So each of these ancient wonders, they have an event picked, and they change per type. So here we have a knight. Never trust knights. Holding captives.
Yeah,
and they're up for trading those captives. So we have a bunch of choices. We can attack the captors, or we can just buy the captives.
They
cost them, but we split up our stack.
Yeah. As we can see,
and we get a little bit of an estimate here, which now this looks like a very dangerous battle. Yeah. So I think we have to cower out a little bit and just buy them.
I mean, we have the money.
Yeah,
just about.
Yeah, just about. So let's do that and see where that takes us. Ta-da! All right, here we see the aftermath. So the captives actually came from that village that we just encountered. And that's fantastic, because it gives us a bunch of options. We can release the civilians and get a very high relation boost. And this will sway them and increase the rate at which they gain allegiance. So this would be a good option if we choose the diplomatic paths, which we do. These are our brothers. And we can then also choose an evil faction by keeping these people for ourselves. not send him back to that town.
Yeah.
But, hey, you live with us now. But we'll be nice people. Let's just send them home, and we'll be increasing the relations with our town here. So look, they've got 400. They are very trusting at this point, and it will be shorter to go to our next
we can see that it's 2 turns for Pact of Cooperation.
All right, so now we've cleared this node. It has a dotted line. It means that it's not actually attached to one of our provinces. It will give a big income bonus to and even increase fortification health depending on the number of quarries. So this is a very important sort of wonder that we can attach to cities. As our cities grow, and maybe we'll acquire this one, we can choose to either attach it to this city or we can choose to attach it to this city to have the bonus. But we need to grow towards it if that's our plan. But we're done here for now, and we are going to be
bringing her back.
Bringing her back and prepare to kick some ass, some giants' ass, actually.
Let's timber.
Let's timber. All right. And we are at day 6. We're getting closer to this giant here, and we are able to cast the elemental, and we can cast it right on top of our stack. So we have a full stack of 6 units now.